Psalm 113. God clearly has a special interest in the weak and the small things in his creation. Who is like Yahweh our God, who has his seat, his throne on high, but who stoops down to view both heaven and earth? He raises up the poor out of the dust, lifts up the needy from the ash heap. He has a special interest in people who literally are living on a garbage tip, and sets those people with princes. He settles the barren woman in her home as a joyful mother of children. He has a special interest in those who have a huge gap in their lives, those who are without. Although it is an act of humility for him to even look at the sky and the earth, this tiny planet from where he is, out of this tiny planet, he focuses particularly on the poorest of the poor, those who live on the garbage tips, and has a special interest in making them princes. And he has a special interest in barren women, which in those days, of course, was a major problem for women to not reproduce, to not have children. And you think of all the barren women you meet in the Bible. In fact, all the women who built, as it were, the house of Israel were barren at some point. Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, Leah, and you go on further, Hannah, the mother of Samuel. God has a special interest in those whom this world would count as losers. It's his style to have a special interest in them. And you can understand why the law of Moses and the prophets repeatedly teach that we should have a special interest in the foreigner, in the orphan, in those who are likewise at the bottom of the pyramid of society, because that is who we are, and that is who we were spiritually. Absolutely hopeless. That is God's style. He is not impressed by somebody's person, by the fact somebody is well-dressed or well-spoken or whatever. No, actually the other way around. He's very interested in the very little ones. This should be how we are in response to our experience of his style.